Hi there, it's Billy Tarassia from Modern Law, and today I want to talk to you about vacationing as a single parent. Um, Going on vacations after a divorce can be intense, it can be hard, but it can also be great. It can be a great way to kind of reward yourself and your kids for going through something that's pretty traumatic because your kids are going through a traumatic change in their life, and so have you. And taking time to be able to go out and have fun together and play and make new memories um, is a pretty wonderful thing. Uh, I just got back from a vacation with my kids that did not go smoothly because the other thing that I can tell you about vacationing as a single parent is that it's different. So all of us would like to be able to just kind of continue with our lives as if nothing happened, as if nothing changed, and everything's still 100% fine, under control. But what happened was I was going on a cruise with my kids. I was taking my kids on a cruise, and I thought this would be the perfect vacation as a new single parent because the cruise has activities for all sorts of kids, all sorts of ages. It was going to be great. I was going with other adults. I was going with other families, so my kids would have people to play with. And I got to the cruise ship, and I had forgotten my passport. And it wasn't that I forgot my passport, it was that I had grabbed my expired passport instead of my valid passport, and I couldn't get on the boat. Thankfully, we had already done Huntington Beach, we had already done Universal Studios, and my two older kids were still able to go with these other adults that were with us and other kids. But me and my two younger kids had to drive home, and it was tragic and kind of awful. And so, what can you do? You can reframe the experience. We still had a really good vacation. I'm so happy that my older kids still got to go. And the biggest moral of the story is I think when you're traveling as a single parent, you have to give yourself a little bit more time. Uh, Maybe take on a little less, be a little bit more careful, because you don't have that other person there to check you and to help prepare, to help pack. And you might think, well, they never did anything anyway. That's usually how people feel after they're getting divorced. But regardless, I talked before about how when you're under extreme stress or when you're going through a divorce or something like that, there is a lot of stress. And one of those things is forgetting things. For me at least, and then this happened, so it was a bummer. It was really sad. My older boys are coming home today. We'll just plan another trip, and the other thing I want to tell you is, like, don't beat yourself up because these things are going to happen, and they're going to happen more when you're a new single parent than when you had a spouse to check you. The other thing I learned is that, like, after you move out, if you are the one moving out, you may not have all of the documents that you want, your kids' birth certificates, social security cards, all of the things that you would have had. Because one of the things that would have bailed me out would have been my birth certificate, but I didn't have my birth certificate because I moved out, and I hadn't ordered one. It was my fault. It was my responsibility. I've now ordered one. It's on its way. But I'm sharing this story with you just so that hopefully you don't make the same mistake. And if you have, you feel a little less bad about yourself. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. And here's to happy single parenting.